Because I'm actually curious, because they were getting dangerously close to pay to win bullshit with that last one. I feel like they were really veering into pay to win territory with that last devlog. So let's see what they've done here. Close testing 30%. Changes to the new signal system. Find out what will change with the new signal system. Last week we announced an update to the signal system. The planned change caused a strong reaction. Yeah, no shit. We have received a lot of feedback about the new system and would like to thank you for it. Yeah, I bet they're really fucking grateful. Like, thank you so much for telling us we're retarded. We really appreciate it. We have carefully analyzed all the feedback received and are ready to talk about the planned changes and answers to the questions you highlighted. Elite signal bonuses are too strong. Signal conversion, propagation of new signals, the influence of signals of different levels on competitive mode. Yeah, I mean, if you don't run red flags in comp, you're griefing your team. It's mandatory. Elite signal bonuses. Many players found the elite signal bonus to be too strong, which would create significant disparity between players with different signal levels. We would like to note that in this sense, the essence of the signal system has not changed. Even now, someone plays with all the signals, someone can afford only a part, and someone does not use them at all. The difference is current signals can be bought with in-game currency. Every single in-game signal can be bought with in-game currency. The fucking new ones cannot. Reds were hidden behind all sorts of fucking sneaky shit, and you can only buy the worst version of this flag. This is such a dumb fucking straw man deflection argument. This is bullshit. No, they're trying to do, oh, it's just the same as before. No, it's not. It's clearly not. In the new system, there will be fewer types of signals, and thanks to the compensation rules, when often 2 or 3 old signals will be replaced by one new one, players' signal reserves will increase. However, we have seen your concern. This is classic. This is both classic with Wargaming and with Lesta. This company mentality is, thank you for your feedback. We think you were wrong. We think you're idiots. We're actually really good and our design is really good. However, we are such gracious and generous developers that we have decided to bend our rules just a bit to make it up for you. This is... every time you see one of them backpedaling, it's always the same it's the same order of talk. It's like, well, actually, you guys are wrong, but we are so great that we're actually going to still help you out a bit. It does this every time. Yeah, we had a great idea in your favor. You're too stupid to understand. They do this every time. This is so classic. We see this both in Wargaming and we see this in this case with Lesta. It's the same goddamn company mentality where the company is right, the consumer is wrong, but the company is so gracious that this time we'll make it up for you. However, we have seen your concern and we'll change the bonuses signals of different levels. Bonuses for some standard signals will become higher. Special signal bonuses will change or not depending on the signal. Bonuses of all elite and rare signals will be reduced. Now among them there are no bonuses that significantly exceed the standard ones. The updated table with bonuses of new signals looks like this. Standard bonuses now provide a significant portion of the bonus provided by elite bonuses, reducing the gap between the two significantly. Okay. Okay, this was the dispersion one. Reducing the gap. I mean, you're reducing that gap, but it's still a gap. Like this, the problem here is still that the elites are objectively better. Like, this flag, the elite flag is still 50% better than this one. More than 50% better than this one. The elite flag is still a 50% higher bonus than the standard one. And the problem is, right now, anyone can buy standard flags. I can go into the armory right now and I can buy them with credits, I can buy them with coal, I can buy them with research points. There's multiple different ways for me to acquire signals. I can get them from standard containers, I can get them from battle pass, I can get them from dockyard, I can get flags from everywhere right now. But what they wrote in a previous thing regarding elite signals is these can only be accessed during special events and most likely during some bullshit monetization. So, I mean, if you're playing comp and one team runs these flags and the other team runs the elite flags, obviously, the team running the elite flags is going to have an advantage. So if you don't run elite signal flags, you're objectively gimping yourself. Come on, 5 versus... This is a 3% difference. This is huge. This is huge. This is a 60%... Bro. This is huge. It gives you reload as well. It gives you AA. Bro. You know, I gave it some time after that last one, but this is more and more proving that they really want to go for this pay to win progression on these signals. They really want to go for this pay to win progression on these signals. I mean, we were at least happy that we didn't have like gold ammunition in World of Warships, but this signal shit is kind of the equivalent of that. The guy who's running the same ship as you are, but who's paid for special signals, is gonna be more accurate, have more health, be more resilient to fires, land more shells than you do, start more fires than you do, be fucking faster than you are, is gonna reload his heal and DCP faster than you are, like, and you're gonna land less shells on him because your dispersion shooting him is gonna be worse than his dispersion shooting you. It is the very definition of a pay-to-win advantage. I don't care how fucking much they tweak this, how small this make this number. It is a clear advantage of the player willing to swipe with a credit card. And that's awful. That's fucking horrendous. It is the very definition of pay-to-win. After this, no one with a straight face will ever be able to claim that Lesta's game isn't pay to win. This is in every you get an advantage in every part of the game by running these paid signals. That is the definition of pay to win. Remember when they removed premium consumables because apes couldn't figure out to use them? Yeah, but the difference with premium consumables was you could basically you selected premium consumables and then you had to select, there was a drop down bar, you had to select that you used credits to pay for them, and people didn't understand this, so they thought premium consumables were only available through doubloons. That was kind of different because you could just pay more credits to use them. But the problem here is so far they've made it clear that the only ones that are going to be available from containers and shit is going to be the standard ones with extreme rarity from super containers to get anything better. All signals available to players will be converted to standard ones. We would like to explain in more detail why we made this decision. Oh, I can fucking explain that. Money. You're welcome. First of all, thanks to the same conversion rules for everyone, it will be fair. No one will have significant advantage after the update is released. Everyone will be on equal terms. At the same time, all players will have the opportunity to receive a limited number of rare and elite signals for free. In addition, we do not want standard signals to become worthless immediately after the new system is released. Their bonuses, as we have already said, are basically equal in value or similar in principle to the bonuses of old signals. The problem is you're making these special signals that are significantly better. Thus, they will be more frequently used. They will be the most frequently used consumables in battle. Most frequently, yes, except for the ones who can afford to pay for the better ones. Also, no, this is... In the propagation of new signals, in the initial announcement, we shared how we plan to distribute the new signals. However, there are still questions about this that we will now answer. We do not plan for unlimited distribution of elite signals. Our intent is that elite signals represent extremely valuable and rare rewards, and unrestricted sale would reduce their value. The main way they will be distributed will be through in-game activity, but we accept that they could become rewards on truly special occasions. For example, the game's birthday, where a lot of super containers are traditionally distributed. But even in these cases, we will strictly limit the amount distributed. FOMO, fear of missing out. Guys, did you hear? There's a special event happening right now in Lesta's World of Warships where you can get the elite signals. Hey guys, do you guys play comp? You need to go quickly fucking stock up on these elite signals for the next clan battle season, because man, if you don't have every elite signal, we're gonna be so fucked as a team. Sometimes there may also be cases where a limited number of elite signals can be obtained either for activity or for the blues. Sometimes there may also be cases. For example, they may be among the shipyard rewards in the part that can be obtained for free by completing combat missions. At the same time, it's possible to get them for doubloons. So what they're trying to say is that they won't monetize these. And I don't fucking believe that for a second. That is, you can get this reward for free by completing the shipyard's BP, but the mechanics provide the opportunity to open any, including the free level of shipyard for doubloons. In this case, technically, by purchasing the construction stage, you also acquire the property issued for its passage. Most often, in events and activities, we will distribute standard and special signals, sometimes rare ones, but their number is also limited. I would also like to mention the distribution of rare and elite signals for achievements. As we have already said, the game will have 2 permanent weekly chains of combat missions available to all players. To remove all questions, we share their conditions. Okay. Rare signals. Earn any heroic. 1 elite signal each. Any 2. 1 signal each. Final reward, 1 elite signal. So you get one of almost each. Look, if this entire segment, if this was a different let's say if this was the developer of let's say Deep Rock Galactic, I'd be willing to take their word for it. If this was From Software that does Elden Ring and stuff like this, I'd be willing to take their word for it. There's a variety of different developers that could write this, and I'd be like, okay, I believe you. You had the best intentions. But Wargaming and fucking Lesta are the last developers in the world that I would ever trust to keep their word when it comes to things that are extremely easily monetizable. And this is one of them. I don't believe them for a fucking second. I have zero trust in them. If some of you imbeciles actually believe that they won't go out of their way in the future to monetize this shit, I have a fucking laundry list that's probably 15 pages long of promises made by Wargaming, promises made by Lesta, promises made while they were still the same company, that have been deliberately and systematically fucking broken and pretended like this breaking of the word never happened. Why even do this if you're not going to monetize it? It's just making the game worse. Exactly. Exactly. Why even go through this? If the only goal of this was to limit the amount of flags, there would be no need for all of these fucking different tiers. There would be no need for these different tiers if the only goal was to make it more easily understandable by limiting the amount of flags. But the fact that there's 4 fucking different tiers of it, and they just happen to correlate to the exact economic bonuses that are in the game now, the standard, the special, the rare, the elite, the red bonuses, it's clear that just like with those bonuses, they will be looking to monetize the fuck out of them in the future. Yeah, I mean, when they nerfed super containers, they said, we're not going to change the way we distribute this. And then right after, they changed the distribution. When they announced the super ships, and they were like, we realize you guys are really worried that when we release super ships that any noob is going to run around in these super ships and ruin your games. Don't worry. We promise we will have these limitations on that are needed to acquire a super ship. You need to have 3 tier 10 ships, and you need to have unlocked this and this and that and that. And then 2 weeks later, or no, was it a month later or something, they put them in the auction house for doubloons, the super ship. And they were like, yeah, no, anyone can buy it, no limitation. Like, they have a fucking history as long as you can see of breaking their promises, especially when it comes to monetization. Especially when it comes to monetization. Wait, you can probably still fucking find it even on this. Yeah, look at this. Look, you can still find it. You can still find it. When was this? 2022. 2022. Super ships are placed in the tech tree just after tier 10 ships. However, their arrival means much more than just the continuation of their respective branches. Super ships have mechanics that are entirely new for our game and make a noticeable qualitative jump from tier 10 ships. For this reason, we've opened access to them only for players who have researched or own at least 3 tier 10 ships. This means that any players helming a super ship will already have a certain level of experience in the game. To purchase a specific super ship, you must also research the tier 10 ship of the corresponding branch. This was their sales pitch on super ships back in the day. Don't worry, we won't fuck up our game. Trust. And then fucking 1 month later, auction for doubloons for super ships. Okay, bro. Like, their fucking record of saying one thing and doing the other is as old as can be remembered, man. There will never be tier 10 premiums. Oh, here are tier 10 premiums. We'll never sell tier 10 premiums for real money. Oh, here are tier 10 premiums being sold for real money. Like, everything they've said, they've broken. Everything regarding monetization, they've said one thing, then fucking broken it. Like, no. The fact, this is why I can't don't for a second believe their word on this. Not for a second. They have not earned the trust in any way from the community. Not in any fucking way have they earned any trust from the community. In fact, quite the opposite. They have absolutely, through fucking years of hard work, earned our distrust. And if you argue otherwise, you're a fucking imbecile. They're fucking everyone by giving out only standard signals. They learn from booster change. Yeah, no. I think they regretted giving away too many blue boosters back during the exchange. They certainly regretted that. That's why this time they're making sure you only get standards. Because when I have on EU as well, I still have a lot of blue boosters and I haven't paid for any of them. It's back from when they did the transfer, and I think they regretted giving too many rares, so they couldn't sell as many as they wanted. Now, though, they're making sure you only get the bog standard dog shit one, so they can monetize the fuck out of everything else. Competitive modes. A separate issue raised by player was the potential impact of new high-level signals on competitive modes, clan battles and tournaments. We understand your concern and also want to ensure that competing players are on a level playing field. We will definitely work on the issue of signals when preparing tournaments after the release of 13.6 and ensure equality for all players. We also want to provide equal conditions for players competing in clan battles. Activity outside of clan battles, which allows you to accumulate more high-level signals, should not affect the performance of clans. To do this, starting from Season 26, which starts in 13.7, signals will not be consumed in clan battles. Okay, you still have to get the red ones, but at least they won't... Again, we pander. It's fascinating that guys who play... Thank you, Leandra, for the 25. It's kind of fascinating the guys that play clan battles get to play such a better version of the game than anyone else. Like, you don't have to deal with subs. You don't have to deal with CBs. Overpowered ships regularly get banned out of your game mode. And now also this bullshit fucking horrendous thing is completely excluded from clan battles. It's kind of crazy how much they're willing to do for this. But then random battles, they're like, go fuck yourself. To be fair, I assume it's like 7 people playing CB still, so they don't really care changing it there. Oh, man. Yeah. No. I don't believe this for a second. I don't believe this for a fucking second. I don't believe that this is gonna stay unmonetized for long. I think it's only a matter of time before they're gonna fuck you up the ass. That's the Lesta I know, that's the wargaming I know.